Howdy and welcome to Razzle Monday Movie News. I'm your host, Zachary Maurer, and every Monday I'll be here to bring you the news you may have missed from Hollywood and the cinema near you. How's about we get started with the top stories from this past week? $14 billion is a lot of money, and I guess Paramount Pictures wants all of it, because Michael Bay has revealed to Yahoo that the Transformers writers' room has outlined 14 more stories to be told throughout the Transformers universe. Now I don't know how long this franchise is going to continue on, and I don't even know if the market is going to be there for 14 more of these films. I stopped watching after Transformers Dark of the Moon. Whatever, as long as these movies keep making Paramount money, they're gonna keep greenlighting them. I'm telling you people, we're just making these studio heads richer and richer.
To the rock, now I got that socks made of silk money.
Mance Rayder will play Steppenwolf in this November's Justice League film. And I know his name is Ciarán Hinds and he's actually a very well-respected actor, but damn it, his name is Mance Rayder, or Zabraforth Dumbledore. Anyway, Hinds stated in an interview with Independent that his character will be entirely mocap and that Darkseid's uncle will be old, tired, still trying to get out of his own enslavement to Darkseid. But he has to keep on this line to try and overtake worlds. As long as the character is written well, I'm sure it's going to work out pretty great. I just hope to God Steppenwolf's mom's name is not Martha.
Why did you say that name?
Variety's reported that the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences has announced rule changes as of April 7th. And while some of the rule changes make sense to me, a certain set of rule changes certainly has me peeved off. Nominations in the animated feature category will be open to anyone in the Academy willing to join a nomination committee. This will get rid of the 50% rule that was used to govern the nomination committee. The 50% rule stated that 50% of the committee was supposed to be animators. That made it easier for smaller films like My Life as a Zucchini, The Red Turtle, and even Kubo and the Two Strings to get nominated over larger big budget studio films. And don't get me wrong, I like Disney as much as the next guy, and maybe even more, but I really enjoyed seeing the diversity in this category. I got to see the different filmmakers and the different filmmaking techniques used for animation, and this might make it harder for that to be showcased. I guess we'll have to see how it plays out, but I propose that we go back in time and nominate the Lego Movie. Man, I love the Lego Movie!
Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of the team.
Our next story comes from the New York Daily News. Todd Fisher, the brother of the late Carrie Fisher, has said that Disney wants to bring back General Leia for Episode 9. Carrie's family has given permission to Lucasfilm to use existing footage for Colin Trevorrow's Episode 9, since Lucasfilm has already stated that Carrie will not be recreated using CGI. Todd goes on to say in his interview that she's as much a part of it as anything, and I think her presence now is even more powerful than it was. Like Obi-Wan, when the saber cuts him down, he becomes more powerful. I feel like that's what's happened with Carrie. I think the legacy should continue. Now, as long as having General Leia in Episode 9 fits the story, and it remains respectful to Carrie Fisher, then I'm all down for this. She's a freaking legend.
I broke barriers for you.
Now we move on to a segment of our show where we talk about the film trailers released during the past week. And before I provide some input on the trailers I'm most excited about, here's a rundown of the other trailers released during this past week. It was a painfully slow week for trailers with the release of the first Red Band teaser for dramedy Ingrid Goes West, starring Aubrey Plaza, Elizabeth Olsen, and O'Shea Jackson Jr., as well as the first teaser for the animated comedy My Little Pony the Movie. The dramedy Three Generations saw its US release trailer dropped online on April 7th, as well as a behind-the-scenes featurette for Transformers The Last Night. Now we move on to the trailers I'm most excited about from the past week. I know that I've said I'm very excited for these trailers, but to be perfectly honest, the first trailer for the Tupac Shakur biopic All Eyes on Me is no biggie. This trailer dropped online on April 6, 2017 and has me very excited. All Eyes on Me is directed by Benny Boom and it hits theaters on June 16, 2017.
Almost heaven, West Virginia. Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah.
Our next trailer we are going to discuss is the newest TV spot for Alien Covenant. And while I will not cover the most exciting element of this TV spot, I will say that if one wants to follow #EmoHemacat, they will be in for a serious treat. Guys, I thought this TV spot was incredible, and the use of John Denver's Take Me Home Country Roads, one of my personal favorites, was incredibly perfect. Alien Covenant hits theaters on May 19th, 2017. The final trailer we're going to discuss is the official trailer for IFC Films' Chuck. Chuck follows the story of Chuck Wepner, the real-life inspiration behind the 1976 film Rocky. Wepner famously fought Muhammad Ali and even knocked him down. IFC's Chuck stars Liev Schreiber, and it punches its way into theaters on May 5th, 2017. Now we reach a part of our show where I'll briefly outline some of the smaller stories from this past week. If you're interested in knowing more about each story, please click the link in the description box below. Deadline reports that workaholic Ridley Scott will direct a Battle of Britain World War II drama for 20th Century Fox. Talking to THR, Sigourney Weaver says that Avatar 2 will start filming this fall. On BBC's Hard Talk, Sir Ian McKellen revealed that he declined playing Dumbledore in Harry Potter because of former Dumbledore Richard Harris's feelings on how his acting was. Collider reported that Pablo Larraín will direct The True Americans starring Tom Hardy. THR reports that Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg will adapt Robert Kirkman's superhero comic Invincible. Netflix will debut a new thumbs up or thumbs down system that will help match you to your favorite or least favorite content. DP Rob Hardy has posted a pic to his Instagram page confirming that Mission Impossible 6 has started filming. A new poster for The Mummy was released on the film's Twitter page. Variety reports that Denis Villeneuve's Dune reboot will be written by Eric Roth. The Guardian reports that Activision Blizzard is looking to create a Call of Duty cinematic universe. Deadline reports that Adam McKay has landed Christian Bale, Steve Carell, and Amy Adams to star in a Dick Cheney biopic. Joe Manganiello appeared on Josh Horowitz's Happy Sad Confused podcast and confirmed that he has co-written a Dungeons & Dragons script. According to Variety, Michael Keaton is in talks to play the villain in the live-action remake of Dumbo. Fathom Events will be showing a 4K restoration of The Fifth Element in theaters on May 14th and May 17th. The Hollywood Reporter reported that Damian Bashir will star in the Conjuring 2 spin-off, The Nun. THR reports that Disney's Jungle Cruise will begin production this spring, and The Rock is set to star and produce. Dwayne The Rock Johnson confirmed in an interview with The Sun that the new Baywatch movie earns its R rating with more gratuitous boobs, bums, abs, whatever, per minute than you can imagine. With weekly holdovers, animated reboots, and acting legends all coming to play, the weekend box office ended up like this. DreamWorks' The Boss Baby came in first in the weekend box office with a pull of $26.3 million in its second week in theaters. Coming in at number 2 is Disney's Beauty and the Beast, making $25 million in its fourth week of release. Coming in at number 3 is Sony's Smurf the Lost Village. It made $14 million in its first week of release. Coming in at number 4 is Zach Braff's Going in Style, making $14.5 million in its first week at the box office. And rounding out the top 5 is Paramount's Ghost in the Shell, making $7.35 million in its second week at the box office. If you're feeling bored, or if you're looking for a family event, then make sure to check out new releases in theaters this weekend. There are a couple of limited releases and a few wide releases as well. The first wide release is the 8th installment in the Fast and the Furious franchise, The Fate of the Furious. F. Gary Gray's film is sure to excite fans of the franchise, and if you watch the movies the way I do, it's definitely sure to provide you with some laughs. The second wide release film this weekend is Open Road's animated sci-fi fantasy film Spark: A Space Tale. Spark is directed by Aaron Woodley and stars Chase Norman, Jessica Biel, and Rob DeLue. Receiving a limited release this week is James Gray's action-adventure biopic The Lost City of Z, and Mark Webb's drama Gifted is expanding to 1,000 theaters this week. Make sure to pick up your tickets to these films when they drop in theaters this Friday, April 14th. Thank you everyone for watching. If you like the show, please like and share the episode. And make sure to come back to Razzle to check out all the content being released here weekly. Make sure to check out the second installment of Ryan Havens' show, Top to Bottom, as he recounts the top 10 worst Adam Sandler films this Wednesday, April 12th. And make sure to come back here next Monday for the next installment of Razzle Monday Movie News. I'm Zachary Maurer. Follow me on Twitter at IamMaurer. Follow Razzle on Twitter at Razzle Review. And I'll catch you here next Monday.